Today we're going to be taking a look at what I believe to be a wholly British phenomenon, the phenomenon of compo faces. If you don't know what a compo face is, don't worry, you'll know what it is in a few seconds, because we're on the subreddit r/compo face. It's basically like when people who have been minorly inconvenienced go to the paper for some reason and like stand around looking all solemn and being minorly inconvenienced. Like, look at these people, come on, it's not that big a deal. Why did you need to go to the Metro newspaper over this? But in this video, we're going to be deciding if these people deserve compensation. Got my gavel. It's not a gavel, it's a lint roller, because I don't own a gavel, because I'm not a judge. And we're going to be deciding whether these people are owed compensation. And I'm deeming these people, this couple here who are angry at Morrison's, not worthy of compensation. British tourist put... this is an all-timer. British tourist puts in complaint after holiday to Spain was ruined by too many Spanish people. What possessed her to complain to, I guess, the hotel about too many Spanish people in Spain, and then after that go, you know who's going to want to hear about this? The British public. They'll be on my side. Retired care assistant Frida Jacobson has bizarrely, brazenly, and rather heroically put in a complaint to Thomas Cook after claiming she went to Benidorm. Frida, I deem thee not worthy of compensation. You can't go to another country and then complain there are too many of the people from that country there. How insane must you be? Neil McIver was angry that people were being forced to walk on a 50-mile-an-hour main road, and he's very angry there. He looks like Bald Martin from Morgs. But I tell you what, I don't know why you're walking down a 50-mile-an-hour main road, but if it's like a pathway to get somewhere, and it looks like there is a path, it's just very small, and it looks like he's been raking away leaves. I tell you what, worthy of compensation. The footpaths should be clear. Because I have to do that. Something like, I was in Croatia a couple of weeks ago, and I was looking for directions to this restaurant, and it led me like up, on Google Maps, it was like, oh, you walk down this road or whatever. I was like, okay, cool. No worries. That sounds normal. Google Maps telling me to walk down a road. So as I get to this fucking bendy road that I'm supposed to be walking down, there's no path. You have to walk on like this very fast road. Fortunately, it was very empty, but still, I could have been run down. This is worthy of a article in a newspaper. Although that is kind of the point of a flake, innit? Like, that's kind of half the point of it. Stockton man told to find exact pothole that damaged car. Trevor Kay said he could identify the exact pothole that caused the damage. I'm sure this is a thrilling read. Sure. Worthy of compensation. Angry mum demands Xbox refunds after hackers bought 36,000 FIFA gaming points. Oh, look at him. That boy is so innocent. He's such an innocent boy. He would never do something like that. Worthy of compensation. Mum with 800 tattoos is desperate for work as everyone refuses to hire her. Okay, I can understand being, upset if you don't get hired, if you have, like, I don't know, tattoos on your arms or something like that. But if you do this to your face, I don't know what you could expect. Like surely when getting that done, you're not thinking, oh yeah, this will be great for my job prospects. Not worthy. World's most jealous woman makes husband take lie detector test every time he comes home. That man deserves compensation. He deserves a way out. She looks fucking horrid. She looks mean. He deserves compensation. He deserves a fucking extraction from this marriage. Pensioner with no smartphone furious about Derby City Centre car park where it's cheaper to pay on app. Okay, I tell you what, that's fair. Like, a lot of old people don't have smartphones because, like, when you think about it, the whole smartphone thing has happened really, really quickly. Like, smartphones have only really gotten good in the last, like, 10 to 15 years. If you're 80 years old, that would have started when you were, like, 65, 70. So that's fair. I'll give them that. National Lottery responds after young couple lose out on 182 million jackpot over missing £2.50 payment. So they didn't buy a lottery ticket. Is that what it's saying? Is that what it's trying to say? They didn't buy the lottery tickets. They didn't win the jackpot. Like, what? Like, yes, I miss out on the lottery jackpot every single time because I don't buy the ticket. I have to look into it. What is this? Oh, that is peak. That is peak. So, Rachel Kennedy matched all 7 EuroMillions numbers back in February 2021. Okay, right. Do we have the proof of this? Do we have the proof that she matched all the numbers? But sadly for her and boyfriend Liam McCrohan, the payment hadn't been made for the ticket because she didn't have enough cash in her bank account. You missed out on £182 million because you didn't have £2.50 in your bank. That's heartbreaking. That is absolutely heartbreaking. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, they responded saying, we're aware of Rachel's story and hope she gets in early to buy a ticket for the next big draw. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I tell you what, you are not worthy of compensation because you did, like, the whole point of the lottery is you have to buy a ticket and you didn't buy a ticket. It's not worthy of compensation. We live next to Peppa Pig World. We've built a barricade to stop tourists from having picnics in our garden. Yeah, fair. Fair. That's fair. I don't know why it needs to be a news article, though, but fair. I invented the precursor to the iPod and a solicitor threw it in a skip. I mean, okay, mate. Like, this is very similar to the lottery story. No. If you had invented the iPod, you would have invented the iPod. Like, it wouldn't have mattered if they'd thrown away this piece of paper. You would have invented it anyway, but you didn't. Frustrated dad uses his 6-foot son to shame council into fixing deep pothole. Yeah, alright. I mean, I don't know. Why are you looking into a pothole that is off-road? But okay, that is dangerous. It's like a 5-foot deep hole. Worthy. Pensioner forced to retire from tennis because of cashless society. Leisure centres cannot take cash despite many older people still unable to use the internet. But they can use bank cards, right? Like, those have been around, like, for ages. How did you get that cash? How did you must have pulled it out of a machine. I'm saying not worthy. Look, so I'm not believing her bullshit. I think she's just complaining for the sake of complaining. Like, they should take cash, but you must have pulled that out at an ATM. Like, you're not just keeping your money stuffed in a mattress, are you? We live in a new build just 9 foot from a 70-mile-an-hour A road. We fought council and won over noise that's louder than a rock concert. Okay, right. If you were assigned that house, if you chose to live there, that's kind of your own fault, innit? Like, Land Rover driver left astonished after finding rude notes on his windscreen. Do you really need a big, dangerous, polluting to get around the city? Have a nice... Okay. Do you drive a 4x4 Jeep or Range Rover in the city? You could be entitled to free penis enlargement therapy on the NHS. I don't know why you go to the paper about this. I'd say you're not worthy of compensation because it's funny. Man spends 8 years building 23-foot matchstick Eiffel Tower only to be denied world record. No, what you talking? No. Why was he denied it? Because if he built the tallest matchstick Eiffel Tower in the world, he would have built the tallest matchstick Eiffel Tower in the world. Was there like some bullshit clause that he broke or something? I don't know. Okay, I'll tell you what. This is like one in the middle, okay? I'm gonna put my gavel in the middle here because if it was like they disqualified him for some bullshit reason, then yeah, he deserved justice. But if it's like, oh, he just didn't build it tall enough, then no, because that's not the world record. Oh, he used the wrong type of matchstick, apparently. Okay, yeah, that's bullshit. Compensation deserved. Actually, what? I don't know, actually. I'm going to revert this. Should have looked into the correct sort of matchstick to use, because I guess some matchsticks are sturdier than others, so it would give an unfair advantage. But then again, you should be allowed to use a sturdier matchstick as you like. It's a matchstick Eiffel Tower. I'm turning it around again. Compensation deserved. I voted for Brexit and was told it wouldn't affect expats. You're not very smart, are you? Now I can't live in my £13,000 Italian house. £13,000 13 grand for a house. Are you living in a shed? 13 grand for is that just the going rate for houses in parts of Italy? Damn, I need to move to Italy. I'm gonna say no compensation deserved because you're a fucking idiot. People call my beautiful £1.4 million house chavvy because of my glass extension. I don't care. They've got sad lives. I mean, I wouldn't... Okay, right. I feel as though there is a place for houses like that, and I don't know. I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's awful, but it is a bit chavvy, you know? Like, it is a bit. Also, if you don't care, why have you gone to, like, the newspaper about this? You clearly care very much, but no. Not deserving of compensation for your £1.4 million house being called chavvy. Sorry, what? We're homeless for Christmas after spending 500 grand to get our neighbour to move his bit. Did you sue him or something and spend 500? That is not worth... There are very few things in this life that are worth 500 grand resolving. 500 grand. All we wanted was a quiet life and a nice view, but we've lost this house. It's gone. It's already on the market. You lost your house over bins. I don't know, man. I feel as though that's like... obviously, I don't know the full story, and I'm not going to look into it. But just from what I'm seeing, no, you don't. You spent 500 grand in court over this. That's so petty. Dad said he needs therapy after paying £54 for fishing tips in London. Yep. Deserved. You need compensation. I was a landlord with 57 homes, then the banks repossessed them all. That's something I don't fucking understand. Like, when I lived in a flat in London for a couple years, and it ended up going on the market because the landlord went bankrupt. How are you going bankrupt? How are the banks repossessing? Like, the rent, the whole point of it is the rent is higher than the mortgage. You are making profit. How are you fucking up? Yeah, I don't know. You must be doing some dumb shit. Deserved. You don't deserve compensation. Also, 57 homes, man. Come on, get a job. What? Worker ballooned after high-pressure air hose accidentally lodged in his backside. Yeah, mate. Yeah, I'm sure it was very accidentally lodged there. No, you don't deserve compensation. You shoved it up there. Man calls Tesco to change white packaging after burning his bum. I had to use Sudocrem down there for a week. Okay, I tell you what. Those do look like... It says flushable toilet wipe. Like, this guy should have taken them to court. He should have taken them for everything. He deserves compensation. He deserves a lot of it. And I commend his bravery. It takes a lot of bravery to go to the newspapers about that, because how many other poor souls have fallen victim to the Tesco active flushable toilet wipes fresh? His courage to come forward has potentially prevented this from happening to others. I've been forced to declare my Range Rover off-road and sell it for £15,000 loss after insurers quoted me $890 a month, extortionate premiums and destroying. Like, maybe you should probably check that before buying a car, you know, like before buying an expensive car, you should probably check how much the insurance is going to be. Not deserving. You should do your research. We've been ordered to tear down our 20 grand shed after one busybody moaned. All the other neighbours back us. It looks good. Okay, I tell you what, this might be an unpopular opinion, but I feel as though for most things, you shouldn't have to get planning permission. Like, if you want to build a 20 grand shed in your garden, you should not have to get planning permission. That is your property. Like, sure, if you're building something that, like, interferes with the other neighbours and stuff like that, but, like, if you're building an extension, shed, things like that, you should not have to get planning permission. It's so stupid. They deserve compensation. They should keep their shed. Family affair. I'm in love with my husband's dad and I'm having his babies. I couldn't be happier despite huge age gap. Oh man, that is a compo face if I've ever seen one. What? Did this like magazine or newspaper or whatever go to this guy and go, yeah, can we get a picture of you? Just, you know, because you've been cucked by your dad. And he agreed to it. A travel blogger has vowed she will never come back to the UK after Heathrow Airport security forced her to throw away 236 worth of toiletries. Let me guess, she went over the 100 milliliter limit. That's your own fault then, isn't it? It's like the same in most countries, right? You can't take over 100 milliliters on a plane. Chloe Jade Meltzer, 29, was transferring through Heathrow when she said she experienced the brutal rules of airport security. Is this your first time going through an airport? Chloe, a travel blogger, was forced to get rid of half her toiletries worth £236 because they would not fit in the standard plastic bag. Okay, I tell you what, it is stupid. It is a really stupid rule that you can only have one like plastic bag. But £236 worth of toiletries, and that's your excess. That's the ones you decided not to keep. How much worth of toiletries do you have? Yeah, you know what? I'll give it to her. You're worthy of compensation. Mum threatened with social services because she has huge eyebrows. I mean, I don't think it's fair to threaten social services. It doesn't really reflect how you like look after your kid, but it reflects how you look after yourself. That is fucking ridiculous. That is absurd. I'm gonna say, sure, compensation deserved because I don't know why social services needs to be involved in your mega eyebrows. Dawn Bailey complained about Deliveroo after her order was not delivered and she was still charged. I'm pretty sure this is an experience like everyone who regularly uses food delivery apps has experienced. I'm not sure why it warrants going to the papers about it. Just talk to their support or something. No, you don't deserve... Well, I mean, okay, I guess you do deserve compensation. You do deserve compensation because they did take your money and didn't give you your order, but it's not worth going to the paper over. Grandfather banned from US holiday after accidentally ticking terrorist box on visa form. I don't know why that question is on the form in the first place. I mean, I think it is fair if you tick the box saying, yes, I am a terrorist, that they do not let you into the country. You should probably double check your answers realistically. That's what I always do when I'm applying for visas and stuff. I'm sorry your holiday was ruined, but no, not deserving compensation. You tick the box. Man who donated his mum's body to an Arizona Center for Alzheimer's Research discovers it was sold to the US military for $6,000 strapped to a chair and blown up in blast test. Yeah, compensation deserved. That is fucking hilarious though. Like, tragic, yes. Like, no one wants to imagine their mother's limp corpse tied to a chair and getting exploded, but that's very funny. Couple orders to cut 10 grand 6-foot fence in half after neighbour row. Is that just the going rate for fences? You pay 10 grand for that? It don't even look good. I mean, no compensation deserved, I don't think. Actually, I don't know. I'm not sure about this one. I'm in the middle. I was forced to go vegetarian on a British Airways flight, and the food tasted like wet tissues. You went to the news because they went, oh, sorry, we don't have any meat dishes left. It's fair enough that the food tastes bad because British Airways food is pretty fucking abhorrent. But no, you don't deserve compensation. Council fines Roofer £300 for having empty crisp packets and sandwich wrappers in his van because he doesn't have a license to carry rubbish. Yeah, that man deserves it. Give that man his money back. What a fucking stupid rule. What? You don't have a excuse me, mate. Do you have a license for that rubbish? Do you have a license for those crisp packets? SO Garage refused to sell grey-haired 58-year-old 4 cans of lager because he didn't have ID to prove his age. Yeah, compensation deserved. That man is clearly not under the age of 18. Oh, okay, this is a good one. Pub food so bad we had to eat quality street for Christmas dinner. Oh, that's great. I love how they're all stood outside the pub with their thumbs down. This is an all-timer compo face picture. I'm saying they deserve justice purely for the quality of this picture alone. What? Craig Cantrell 50 claims he was charged £22.50 instead of £10 for his 11-year-old's meal at Chinese buffet. Dad fuming as son 11 is too tall for kids' meal at Chinese restaurant. He's got the measuring tape out. Sure, compensation deserved. Grand 94 wheels bin 2 miles to rubbish tip after waiting weeks for collection. Yeah, that's a piss take. That is a piss take. Grand deserves compensation. A Temu tablet torched my home. £58 computer from online shopping giant set fire on fire. Okay, you didn't deserve that. You deserve compensation. But don't buy stuff from Temu. That's general rule of thumb. Do not buy stuff from Temu. Man banned from pub for standing close to women says it's because I look odd. I mean, if you're standing close to women and looking at them like that, I can understand why you are banned. No compensation. What? Okay, I guess this is an article about a man who's upset he can't vape on a plane. Jason Bryant says he promised not to vape on the flight, except in extreme circumstances. Matt, just fuck it. Like, give it up, man. Like, get some nicotine patches or something, or some nicotine gum. Not deserving a compensation. What do you mean extreme circumstances? Shut up. American TikTok traveler cries over French people speaking French in France. To be fair, I felt the same when I went to France. I felt very much the same, but no, not deserving compensation. I'm really curious. Who is this person? Who is this person that cried over French people in France? Okay, okay, I found the TikTok.
Solo traveler or people or someone who doesn't speak French, because it's a very isolating experience. People here.
Yeah, I mean, okay, right. French people are rude, okay? Let's just rip the band-aid off. French people are rude. They're probably like, I've visited a fair few countries. French people, by far the rudest. But, like, if you're visiting their country, you can't expect them to speak your language, you know. I spotted my flat on Airbnb. Furious landlady discovers her tenant has been making thousands by renting out her London apartment online. Oh, this is a mixed one because, like, if it's not causing any damage to the apartment, it doesn't really matter, I don't think. But it is subletting it. It is breaking the terms of their deal. Legally, I'm going to say compensation deserved. Our once idyllic village is now dumping ground for new builds. We have just 3,000 people, but they're building 600 homes. No, compensation not deserved. Homes need to be built, don't they? Population is rising. Homes need to be built. They need to be built somewhere. And surely it will just, like, sort of stimulate your economy in your village. So no compensation deserved. From what I could tell, this is just old people having a moan about something. Ridiculous. I've been told to demolish my new fence by Jobsworth Council, even though it's the same height as my old rotten one. Yeah, you deserve compensation. It's a fence. It is quite an ugly fence, though. What? Petition to save the 213 bus handed into Mayor of London. Well, did they cancel the bus route or something? I don't know. Sure, compensation deserved. Must be annoying if you get that bus route every day and they cancel it. But there's so many people here. They made a cake. They were so upset about it. Dad, who told Asda manager to go fuck yourself, is shocked at being barred. Nah, no compensation deserved. You told the manager of the Asda to go fuck himself. Like, what would you expect? Man attempts to collect £34 Indian takeaway in Falmouth to find restaurant is closed down. Did he order it and then pay the money and it's closed down? I love this compo face. It's just an empty plate. There's no £34 Indian takeaway there. He's gonna go hungry, I'm afraid. Deserving of compensation. New Domino's, Smart Spheres, Posh Leeds Town is losing its charm. Okay, no compensation deserved, but I can understand this. Like, if you've got like a nice little quaint town that's got like loads of independent shops and then a Domino's pops up, maybe it's a bit upsetting, but no compensation deserved. Also, it's in Leeds. Leeds is a big city, right? It's a city. I mean, I understand it's a town, but still. The Hellish Reality of Living in a Castle by Emma, Duchess of Rohan. Okay, right. I would not like to live in a castle. That sounds like mental. Like, the thing is, right, a lot of these, like, sort of duchesses and dukes and stuff who inherit these big castles, these big houses, a lot of the time they're broke because they're just spending so much money on maintenance, so much money on heating, so much money on... They're, like, old as fuck buildings. So, yeah, I wouldn't like to live in a castle. Although that is, like, the most privileged problem of them all. Like, living in a fucking castle. No compensation deserved. Sell the castle. Although I don't know who would want to buy the castle. Dad furious after being fined £120 by school after kids jet off on holiday during term time. You should have expected that, shouldn't you? Face when you take them out of school during term time. No compensation deserved. Like and subscribe for compensation.